Oi, fala aí pessoal, bom dia. Você está escutando o Inglês no Rádio. I am your host, Foster Hodge. This is your daily dose of English. Hey, Alexia, how are you doing?
I am fine. What about you?
I'm doing great. So in the last episode, we talked about international relationships, long-distance relationships, and we talked about all the good things. Today, we're going to get up close and personal and talk about the negative aspects of having an international relationship.
Como tem aquela expressão em português, nem tudo são flores, não é mesmo?
Yeah, it's not all roses, I think we say. And wake up and smell the roses. That's a different phrase. Anyway, I hope this episode does not end in a big fight for us. So do you want to start about one of the drawbacks or more negative aspects of having a long-distance international relationship?
Yes, bad connection. So, with internet, of course.
Internet connection.
Yeah, bad internet connection.
I thought
I'm
you were talking
sorry.
about our relationship connection.
No, I'm sorry.
No. What do I need to do? Okay.
Bad internet connection. So, back in Rio, I have net, right?
Oh, Natchy. Get your
And
shit together, Natchy.
It's horrible. I can't receive Foster's calls. It's always like missed call. And sometimes we can even have a long conversation, a long talk on the phone. It's always super, super ridiculous. And Foster is really bad with cell phone.
What do you mean Foster's bad with? I understand how to use his cell phone perfectly.
Do you?
I do. I just...
Do you check your messages?
No, because I think it makes me less focused, and when I'm always checking my messages, I get really anxious and I have panic attacks. It's for my mental health.
So you can see how it is my life when we are apart.
Yeah. So can I tell a quick story? The other day, I had a student who works for Natchy, and I was like, I'm sorry, man, but I hate your company so much. I don't know if Natchy's actually like taking away internet service and they have some extra things that they're not giving us, or maybe just the connection in Brazil sucks.
No, they are bad. They are bad.
Yeah.
I would like to put fibra ótica.
Yeah, fiber optic cables.
Yes, but in Copacabana, we don't have this yet. We do have in Barra, Nova Iguaçu, but Copacabana.
Yeah, one day.
Yeah.
But I totally agree. That is one of the bad things about international relationships. Shitty internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about you? What do you want to talk about? Negatives?
I think my first negative is an obvious one. It's just money, you know? And
Yes.
people don't think about this, but having an international relationship costs way more money than a normal relationship. If I'm dating a girl from my hometown, oh, we have to go to the movies. That's like $7. If I want to go to dinner with Alexia, I have to pay $2,000 for a flight, drive to Atlanta to get to the airport, record a podcast episode about how terrible the trip to Atlanta was.
Yes.
It's a process and it costs a lot of money. We have to get visas. We have to do so much bureaucratic bullshit.
Yeah, but that's true. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, we're using a lot of bad language today. Probably should not record on Friday nights.
Another thing that is very, very important for both of us, away from families. So
Yeah.
I spend a lot of time away from my dad, away from my families, and this is hard. And when Foster goes to Brazil, the same with him, of course.
Yeah, I think that's probably the worst part, honestly.
Yeah.
So for me personally, like I started traveling just when I finished university and I was a 20-year-old kid. I went to Spain. I didn't think about the circumstances of how that affected my family relationships. And I didn't realize like how hard that was for my mom and dad having their kid in Europe in a different time zone. And now that I'm a little bit older, now I'm 28, I'm still an idiot, but I'm figuring things out a little bit more. Like, man, I just wish we could all be together, you know?
Yeah, it would be a dream come true if everyone live in the in the same country. I'm not
In the same
even
country,
asking
yeah.
the same city as at
Yeah,
all.
good Lord.
Yeah,
That's one of the biggest sacrifices.
yeah, it is.
But on a positive note, I think that the sacrifices that you intrinsically have to make from an international long distance relationship makes it so much deeper and so much more important. Because I have a lot of friends that are dating people in the US or they're like, in quotations, talking. It's like, hey, man, what would you really do for that girl? Would you leave your family for 6 months and spend $10,000 on travel and visa and stuff? Like, no, we're not that serious yet. With international relationships, you don't have that choice. You got to make that choice right now, brother.
That's true. But the good thing about like our families living outside the country that you are right now is that I can reach my dad through WhatsApp, FaceTime, whatever. It's the same thing when we are apart, but it's different.
Technology has helped a lot.
Yes, if it was the letters age, I don't know if I would be able to do that.
Oh, if we had to physically write letters back and forth saying, like, Dear Alexia, since we last talked, I have had deep feelings about that. That would, I don't know how it would work, but it'd be a lot more complicated.
Yes, but
agree.
we are here, and if anyone is going through a long distance relationship,
Similar crisis,
yes,
feel free to get in touch.
we are here.
Crisis
We
hotline.
understand you.
Inglês no cru.
And it's easy if you want it. It's hard, but that's it. I think it's totally worth it.
Yeah. So, Alexia, can I give another negative that is secretly a positive as well? Work. So in the first at least 2.5 years of our relationship, you were working in Rio and I was working remotely.
Oh my God, today has been 1 year that I got fired from Porta.
Alexia tells
Today.
everything. Is it today, 1 year?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Today.
We have Fabio Porchat in Russia doing whatever he's doing. What's up, Fabio?
Fábio foi o pé frio, tá? Que fez o Brasil perder da Bélgica. Ele tava no 7-1 e ele tava lá no estádio contra a Bélgica. Então, só pra deixar bem claro. Pé frio.
We like Fabio. He's nice.
It's
but
our new Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
We love Fábio.
Yeah, so work, on one hand, it's really bad because most people cannot have international relationships because they can't leave their jobs. Luckily, you were forced out of your job, and I said, hey, Alexia, you're going to do something crazy? Come work for me. And you're like, hey, I don't have any other options. You seem like a terrible boss, and I don't know if you know what you're doing. I hope it works.
And here we are.
Here we are, still trying to make it work. That's why we are recording podcast on a Friday night. So one last thing I would say is time zones.
I hate time zones.
Yeah.
I hate time zones.
So just
when we have summertime in Rio, né, horário de verão,
yeah,
Foster is 3 hours behind me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always like horrible.
Yeah. But just first of all, I don't really understand why we still change the time. I think originally it used to be like for farming, so farmers could have more sunlight and they could harvest more vegetables. We grow up, guys, 2018.
É pra economizar energia.
I don't know. It's annoying, though, because sometimes we are just 1 hour apart. It's really nice. I call Alexia. I'm like, oh, what time is it for you? 8 a.m. Oh, it's 9 a.m. for me. And then all of a sudden it's 3 hours different. And then
I get really nervous about it. I get really anxious.
Yeah. And that's not to mention if we travel to Europe and then we're like 6 hours away from our families and stuff. That's just so confusing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm suffering right now.
Yeah. I'm suffering, you're suffering. It's a sad episode. We tried to make it optimistic. It looks like Sunny has to go out and pee, so let's do that. We will talk to you guys tomorrow.
Okay. Bye.
See you later.